I think the desire to serve was always there and has always been there. I'm running to be chair of the California Democratic Party to make our party relevant again. My vision is that we have a party that really believes in the beautiful diversity that is California. I believe that every single aspect of life is political, from whether or not your neighborhood has a grocery store that offers fresh fruits and vegetables to how much you pay at the gas pump. And as the largest, most powerful, most influential state party in the country, the California Democratic Party has a duty to educate people and to connect the dots for them as to how and why politics touches every aspect of their life. This is about helping to groom and cultivate the next generation of political leadership here in the Golden State. You know how when you are on an airplane and the flight attendant tells you that in case of an emergency, you have to put the oxygen mask on yourself first before you put it on anyone else? There have been a couple situations where I've had to put the oxygen mask on myself and press pause and take a break. Had personal challenges that I had to deal with. Most people don't know that I went through a divorce in the last couple of years. Had a daughter who was going off to college, a son who was transitioning from elementary school to middle school. I launched a new initiative called Unbought, Unbossed, which is an incubator for the next generation of political disruptors. And I went and I volunteered and helped on the campaigns of women all across the state, many of whom were Emerge women, and helped to get them elected. We challenged the vote count for one reason and one reason only. We believe that there were too many unanswered questions at the end of the day, and we wanted to get to the bottom of it, not just for the campaign, but for the nearly 1,500 delegates, the nearly 5,000 donors, the nearly 10,000 supporters who had put their faith and their trust and belief in our campaign. And we felt like we owed it to them. We believed that we owed it to them to fight to ensure that every vote was counted and every vote that was counted was properly counted and cast. Running for office is hard. Losing an election is even harder. But one of the things that I learned when you fight for and you stand up for and you speak out for the values that you believe in, that regardless of the outcome, we're still able to pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and get back in the saddle. And that's exactly what we did. A couple regrets. A lot of people defined who Kimberly Ellis was, and I didn't have an opportunity to define for myself who I was. Our campaign last time was a 2-year endeavor. One of the things that I was most disappointed in was that all of the work that we accomplished over those 2 years was lost in the acrimony of the challenge to the vote count. I think one of the biggest challenges for the California Democratic Party right now, we have a lot. We are at an inflection moment. The California Democratic Party is in need of deep culture change. And what we need right now are leaders who have the brass backbone and the courage of their convictions to stand up and speak out for what is fair, what is right, and what is just. And the best way to do that is by changing the leadership at the top. It is time for the California Democratic Party to have a woman lead. And what that means is that we need our male allies to not just take a step back, but to take a step to the side. In order for us to lead from a place of equity, to stand shoulder to shoulder, it's time for the California Democratic Party to not just talk the talk, but to walk the walk. This is about creating a California Democratic Party that is bigger, bolder, and better. A party that is relevant in people's everyday lives. If we really want to connect with people, we have to be willing to do the hard work of rolling up our sleeves and meeting people where they're at. I'm incredibly proud of the campaign that we ran last time. And this time around, it's no different. We are running a positive campaign that is aspirational in speaking to people's imagination about what this party can and should be. People can be assured that the Kimberly Ellis for California Democratic Party 2019 will be a positive, forward-looking campaign that really speaks to the very best that this party can be to be a leader not just for the Golden State, but for the rest of the country.